Hello, YouTubers. Oh, look at all the reflections. There's the blood pressure device. Joe Kersey here on, January 29th, I think. Yes, January 29th, 2019, and it is at 1700 in the afternoon Eastern Time. It's now down, it's been about 13 or 14 degrees Fahrenheit all day. Going to get down lower tonight, down into the like zero-ish, and then it's going to keep following all through the day tomorrow on Wednesday. And I guess Wednesday night, Thursday morning will be the coldest air we've had here since, well, probably since the mid-1990s. We had a week of essentially below zero weather then. But it's going to get down to like 20 below, 18 below. Pray God the power keeps going. I turned off the big blowing heater just now so that you could hear me. I'm taking psyllium seed for my diverticular disease. Don't mind me. Anyway, today there were no raccoons caught in the 3 traps that were placed outside yesterday by the good Jake from Varment Guard. And Jake duly returned here about an hour and a half ago, and he said, well, let's put 2 of these in the garage because it's going to be, because when they get cold, these guys tend to lay up. So he put two traps in the garage. So there's 1 outside, there's 2 in the garage. And he said, look at all that raccoon grease over your garage doors. Well, now it's interesting about, I'll get back to the term animal, insert animal name grease here in a moment. But he said, look, you can see the little footprints in it here. Oh, I got to go make my tea. Hang on a minute. I lied. I'm not going to make my tea till later because I don't want to have to horse around and do that. But nor did I want to leave the thing boil away for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. Who knows? So he said, look at all the little paw prints in it, And so I said, well, yeah, now that you mention it, because I just don't notice stuff. I just don't notice stuff anymore. I really don't. So then we got talking about this, animal grease phenomenon. He says it's grease off your hair, their body hair. Sort of like if you have a bad roommate in college or university who, over a few months their pillow looks like, insert name there, grease, Depends on how often you do laundry and how often you wash your hair, I guess. Well, enough of that. So anyway, that was, the peanut butter and marshmallows are still on tap out there in the garage with this raccoon. I didn't really hear anything last night, but it's always hard to tell because you get sort of, what was that? What was that? What was that? What was that? And you're not really sure you heard it, because I got the heaters running, so sometimes I can't really hear stuff, Isn't it? So Liz called me about 1:30 this afternoon to ask me if I needed anything. I told her I'm fine. She was going out to make a food run. And she said Henry's off doing election stuff till probably, the next 4 or 5 days, I guess. Because he's got a file on some of these issues And these are all very time sensitive. You've got to be, you have to be there. So if there's any chance with the weather not letting you be there, then, you got to plan ahead. Excuse me. This is for the May primaries here in Ohio. Well, the May special elections in Ohio, more properly. So then, about 10 o'clock this morning, my friend Tony out in Arizona, Tucson, called me, and he was telling me he was discussing with me some issues with trying to sell his house in Seattle. I won't give you any details because those are still sort of up in the air. But what he did do is he read me this home inspector's report that had been commissioned by the buyers, or potential buyers, prospective buyers. And there was a phrase in it that said, notice the rat grease on this joist. Well, I didn't know what rat grease was. It was just like some black stuff on top of a joist, in a basement. Well, apparently the rat grease is the same thing as the raccoon grease that my guy was referencing here today. Learn something new every day in general, most often, usually, not always, but usually. Meanwhile, all day long I've had on in the background the UK Parliament debate going on in about these various Brexit amendments that have been offered, and 4 of them got defeated, 2 of them got passed. To the I guess the sense is that Parliament does not want to leave without some sort of deal. Nor are they going to extend Article 50, meaning that they're going to leave, and so I guess they sent May back to try to find something that will work. How'd that, what started out with a common market's turned into a real fucking can of worms, hasn't it? To say the least. Another, free trade area is great. Hell, whole United States is a free trade area. That was one of the great things why our country did well right from the get-go. We didn't have all these internal tariffs. And Europe's figured that out, but what the United States didn't do until the federal government, after the 1930s or 40s or 50s decided to stick their nose into it, is try to tell the various states how their manufacturers had to do things. Just let people here's a product. Do you want to buy it? Fine. You want to buy it? No. Okay, fine. No need to make a big deal about it, And meanwhile, don't try to tell us that we have to pass laws that agree with the rest of your laws. And try that over here. And we're every bit as independent-minded as the people in the United Kingdom, I'll tell you that right now. They're probably even more so, really, when you get right down to it. Well, that's been pretty much it. Still alive and well here. And had a little food here in about a half hour, an hour. Maybe a little watch some YouTube watch later list. I've been watching some Columbo episodes, which are always great fun. I'll try to catch up on some of the people I subscribe to here in a moment. So I'm going to say bye-bye, YouTubers. I can find you.